Sekina Temitope Lawa, journalist. The MLA past chairperson, Association of Women Journalists, Lagos chapter, the National Secretary, Reproductive Health Editors, Nigeria, Board of Trustees members of many organizations. Yeah, I'm here to share my story. I came across Phytoscience regenerative therapy because of my mom. Yes, she has both cataract and glaucoma. And this is something I personally had to be taken up for a consultation at Guinness Eye Center in Luth, in Lagos, for several years. At a point, she did surgery for both cataract and glaucoma. But despite all this, after several months, years after, the complaint is still, it comes back, they say. Because of that, when I attended Phytoscience presentation, I said there's no harm in trying. I got a gold package for my mom. Then gold package, we usually have 22 double stem cell, 4 crystal. When she started the therapy, like 3-4 weeks thereafter, because she also so you have to be patient with the therapy to God. Like 3-4 months of her being on the therapy, we recorded tremendous improvement, both for the cataract, glaucoma, and even the high blood pressure. And as a result of that, I had to take another gold package for myself. Yes, because of surgery, because of fibroids. I've done fibroid surgery, twice. And I said, let me try this. When I was on the therapy, yes, the fibroid taken care of. While on the therapy, I also noticed that I stopped using my recommended acid. Yeah, that's the beauty of plants, this original plant-based regenerative therapy. If you are using it for one thing, and it's helping you to take care of so many other things in your body. Because I discovered that it was fibroid that I was actually targeting. It helped me with my eyes. I also have this accident some years back that had given me serious arthritis, my right knee, that I cannot bend for many years because I carried POP for several months. I now discovered that being on this Phytoscience therapy, after like 6 months thereabout, I can bend the knee easily without pains. I can sit on it for a long time, which I couldn't do before. Not only that, even in my skin cell, people were asking, Elijah, what are you using? And this is the beauty of the stem cell therapy we are talking about. A friend called me last week, just a few days ago. She actually took a silver package for herself. She's in UK. One of the children now came down with chicken pox. I think late in the night. She called. This baby was crying, the rashes, couldn't sleep. I said, take out of your package, give him 1 crystal cell. I'm sure after checking it, he will sleep. There's nothing further is to be drunk thereafter. Since you do not have our miracle intense spray, you can just use part of the water to clean, just rub on the skin. Wow. The following day, she called to say, Elijah, thank you. He actually slept like a baby. And the rashes, these are some of the wow experience story we are having. A friend of mine that took her gold package, she's a journalist colleague. She just said, these 2 children, they are always in and out of hospital. They've done several tests. They've gone, for any checkup you can think of. As a matter of fact, they don't drink water anyhow. They take bottled water. Even with that, they are always in and out of hospital. When she got the package, I said, you know what, give them some packs out of your good package. So she gave them some packs of double Stemcell and some packs of Snowford. A month after, she called. She said, Alaja, I couldn't believe it. That these children will stay for 1 month, without hospital visits. That's to tell us the power of the plant stem cell we're talking about, actually, the Phytoscience plant stem cell. When they had to go and meet their dad in UK, like some weeks back, their dad had to say, please come along with packs of those things you have taken, that Phytoscience products. We have many of these, wow experience here and there. And for infertility, the testimonies are numerous. But I would like to share two. Someone very close to me in my children's school, they've been married for many years. They took the silver package, they were both taking it, and they have to take more products thereafter, the crystal cell and the Snowford. Yes. Like 2 months after, it corrected the hormonal imbalance for the wife. I said, keep on with your therapy. It will be correcting those, whatever is wrong, whatever is causing the infertility one after the other. Well, 4 months after, the wife started feeling funny. They went for tests and it was positive. We have many of these, but time will not pass us to relate everything tonight. Yes, prostrate enlargement. An elderly man was introduced to me by a big aunt who is a medical doctor. They started this reluctantly, double stem cell and Snowford. He called just 2 days ago. He said, wow, the product helped me in recovering very fast from my surgery. That the doctors were even some of the things we've been, Then when we now have children with sickle cell anemia, several things, it's been wonderful. The joy we see on faces of mothers who it's been from one hospital admission to the other. This lady, it's always, during exam, most especially as an undergraduate, crisis will come. But after taking our Phytoscience is actually she combined both the crystal cell, the double stem cell, and the Snowford. Yeah. And thereafter also take more of the products. But today, the story is a joyous one. Yes. That has been the story. That has been the experience. It's been a wow experience for everybody. I later make it a point of duty of ensuring that all our products, I have them at home. Who say domestic accidents in the kitchen, very deep cuts. Our miracle intense came to my rescue. Honestly speaking, I had a flight to catch up later that day. I didn't know that I would be able to work because the way the cut was, and I sprayed our miracle intense essence like few hours after. One wouldn't believe it that this is the same spot where we have blood gushing out. This is a must-have in every home, including our actual floors. I don't do with actual floors. Yes, whether you are sick or you are not sick, it is a must-have. And the last testimony I have to give has to be, it's my girls. when we have our children who are having menstrual cramps or they are always having pains, please let's ensure that they have our snuffy pot and the crystal cell with them. It will save the day for them. Once the pains come, just let them have it. If they must pack when they are moving to campus, when they are traveling, because you can be rest assured that once they have that with them, we can go to sleep. Thank you very much, my leader. I hope I've not gotten out of the time allotted to me, or I should go ahead.
I want you to fill this room with emoji. Number one is Elijah was giving a time frame to say our testimony, and I want to bet you. I think she has a timer in front of her because she started it at a particular time, and I was just smiling. I was like, okay, this one's got a timer, and that is what she has used for us tonight. Without that timer, I bet you we will not leave today because she has a truckload of testimonies. Ladies and gentlemen, you have not heard anything. You have not even heard enough. Elijah has called how many? Like 4, 5, 6, 10 products that she uses. She's named one after the other. She's naming another one after the other. And she's telling you what every of them is doing. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot from where this is coming from. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Elijah Sekinat, for what you have chosen to do with Phytoscience. And I know a lot of lives are going to change by this your acceptance of Phytoscience. Now we are going to move from Elijah Sekinat to another very, very strong. I don't know. This one comes with when you hear testimony. He comes in an avalanche. He comes in an avalanche. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please welcome with a sounding applause, Professor. Yes, Professor. Yes, he's a professor. Professor Babatunde Adeloye. He's going to tell you about himself so that I won't keep into his time. Professor Babatunde Adeloye, please, you have the podium. Thank you so very much, sir.
Have you made him co-host?
Yes, he's co-host. He can unmute himself. And I know he's in the house because he just indicated some minutes ago. So, Professor Babatunde Adeloye, you have the podium.
I do not see him as my experience with. I think you should send him a message so he knows, so he doesn't keep interrupting. Let him fix what the problem is. Okay. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone from all over the world. My name is Anka Amurawaye, just like I was introduced, and I am excited, extremely excited, to be called upon to share my experience with Phytoscience products. I came across Phytoscience products in 2017. I would say stumbled upon, unintentionally began to use it. I had a cyst on my cleavage 12 years before 2017, and it led to it being removed surgically. It's not a thing you want to talk to people about. And so the person who shared this with me did not even know. But about that 2017, another cyst, they call it a sebaceous cyst, appeared this time on the other side of my breast. As a woman, you don't want to have a cyst anywhere in your body, not to talk of on your breast. And the person that introduced this to me, Alex, came telling me what Phytoscience was and all that it does, not knowing that I had that challenge, and gave me 2 sachets of the double stem cell, the flagship product of Phytoscience, to give to my son who had allergies. After she had finished telling me all that it does, how it kills cancers, how it does this and that, and showed me real-time evidence of the efficacy of the product, I decided to try using these products to give me 2 sachets of the double stem cell on myself, not before finding out what it's all about. I have a background where I have relations. My mom is a nurse, and I didn't take anything. I'm not prone to take anything
went out and came back and discovered that this cyst, which was like a lump, about 2 inches of a lump on my breast, had become soft. Lo and behold, by Wednesday, that softness formed an abscess and burst and came out with pus and blood. Imagine my shock. Imagine how amazed I was without any other thing else. That happened. I tried to manage it. I'm not someone, I can't take drugs. I chew drugs or I mash stuff in liquid, otherwise I'll gag on it. So I knew there's nothing else I could do. I tried taking augmentin 5 days diligently, and the sore became wider and was looking horrible. So I had no choice after 5 days to go back to Alex and told her what had happened. And she said, "Oh, you have a testimony." She's someone who Alex gave it to me, by the way, our host here today. And then she now urged me to go and get some more of it. I got a package of 5 envelopes of the double stem cell. And started taking one a day. And within 14 days, about the time that I changed to finish an envelope, my skin, the sore, healed tremendously fast. And my skin was like nothing. I mean, it's on my breast, so I can't show it to you, unfortunately. But let me just tell you that amazing healed. It is stuff like that. When something good happens to you, tell everybody. My mom was one of the first persons that shared it. My mom was about in her late 70s then. She had arthritis and then she had bad ulcer. Her ulcer was so bad that she had heart problem. So it was ulcer. She couldn't eat anything after 7. She wouldn't eat. She would break pain. So I sent her an envelope, and that one envelope, after 2 days, she called me and said, "Her pain is gone." As I speak to you, so my mom, who will almost be 82 by April, she's still dry. Her skin is supple, and people are amazed. She looks as if she's just about 50 or less. So Phytoscience is that real. I mean, if I had from now to 2-3 hours, one after the other, back to back, I'll be sharing testimonies. But because we have time and we are restricted, I will stop at this thing. But I tell you for one thing, the healing and how fast Phytoscience products come in is amazing. Simply amazing. And so I encourage you to give this a try. And that's why we call ourselves Great Trained Makers. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm waiting to hear some more. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mama Anka Amurawaye. I would want to let out a little secret. Mama Anka's mom does not look anything close to 80 or whatever she claims. Let me use the word whatever she claims. She does not look anything close to that age, because I found out, or I saw her. She drove me, and I wondered if the woman is how old they actually claim that she is, because she was looking so young, so fresh. And sincerely, Phytoscience Stemcell product is really doing a great deal with her. Thank you so very much, Mama Anka, for sharing with us. I don't know if Professor Adeloye is ready to have us right now. Prof, if you are here, please kindly unmute yourself and eat it right away. Thank you so very much, Prof.
I didn't see Prof in yet. I think we need to unmute him again.
Okay.
He isn't in.
Okay, if Professor Adeloye, but he's here, I think he's here.
Okay, you need to unmute. Okay, I'm asking you to unmute now.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, Prof.
Good evening, wonderful members of this Zoom meeting. It's great to be here. Thank you so much, Big Boss Alex, the host, and then Alaja Sekina. Wonderful presentation, wonderful testimony. Mama Anka, my mama in the business. Fantastic testimony. It's good to be here, as I said. A warm welcome to everybody in the house. If I'm asked to talk for 3 hours, I don't think I will have spoken about just 1/50th of my test. But I'm going to start right away. I thought it's the case of a woman contacted me just about 3 months ago. Irregular menstruation, heavy flow each time, lasting more than 10 days. And then I put her on Phytoscience and slow report. And by the time she was almost 3 months, let's just say 2.5 months into therapy, she was already asking me whether she should continue with the remaining part of Phytoscience. I said, yes, go ahead. We recommend 3 to 6 months of therapy. Menstrual cycle has become normal. The usual number of days that should be for each cycle. And this woman is particularly very happy about all. But I can tell you, this is one of the simplest cases of fibroid. And there's a case of a woman who was changing her clothes 10 times a day, at least 10 times a day. And on the 1st of January 2022, the mother asked her to come back to the issue in Ogun State. On the first day of January, you know, it's a serious situation. I went to school with her brother, and that one contacted me and said this was what his sister was facing. So we sent products across just on part of broken pot and two parts of Christmas set, and her body changed. And then the bleeding stopped in just 10 days. The bleeding stopped completely. This woman was changing clothes 10 times a day. And then a month later, the fibroid dropped off her body with the menstruum. Now, there's another case of a woman who had a fibroid operation the year before, or 2021. And she contacted her brother, who also happens to be a classmate of mine in secondary school. Brother, I'm dying. Because anytime she felt stomach pain, she bled. And her urine was the color of mold. And this woman was alarmed. You can imagine somebody that underwent such an operation having urine that looks like one. And then she took her just, in fact, the day she took no papers, because that was the only thing she could take that day because the time for Christmas had passed. Within an hour or so, her urine became normal. Amazing. And in just 2 weeks, this woman became normal. Everything about her, the stomach pain was gone, urine, putting the color of mouth was gone, and bleeding has gone. Amazing products for this wonderful woman. Then there's also the case of a woman who contacted me on Facebook. She said, my elder sister has not put to bed, has not been able to get pregnant, fibroid, a lot of hormonal problems. If I start listing the hormonal problems, let me see if I can get the low AMA, high FSH, high prolactin, and polyps, uterus, implantation issues, fibroid, adenomyosis, and the problem with implantation. So many problems. So we got products for her for just a month. And then the next menses was something to behold. The sister said, come and see everything. Big things coming with her flow. That she was frightened. And that was the end of fibroid. And then within a year, this woman put to bed twins. Twins, yes. Now, there are so many other cases. For instance, in my office alone, cases with the knee. There's a woman who could only sit. If she shifted forward, the pain in her knee was so much that she was just only going to cry. And there was another one that had arthritis, the knee, and the waist, but she was putting on knee brace. And then her waist showed the ready characteristics of inflammation. We believe that each of these women did not take more than a pound, and they were okay. The other woman that I said had a problem with her knee and that she could not shift forward. Also had a son wetting the bed at least twice every night. The 10-year-old boy wetting the bed. The sister was sleeping on the bed, but the older boy was sleeping on the ground. And the day I saw this boy, he was looking so dejected. You can imagine what that means. The woman could not leave the boy with anybody who did not know he had that kind of problem. all it took was just 2 sachets of double stem cell, and the boy was completely okay. The sister had a problem with coughing. For 3 months, he was coughing, and then the mother did not know what. Just a pack of double stem cell was what she needed. There's also the case of the woman who has TB. She had taken 4 doses of TB, and when her sister referred her to me, the sister also had her knee also taken care of by Phytoscience product. The sister said they did not want this poor woman to die. To have had TB for 18 years and no remedy, nothing helped. And just a month, this woman is a different woman completely. She now believes that she can fight and overcome tuberculosis. Her coughing has reduced drastically, almost to zero. And that's something she has never experienced in 18 years. Now, we also look at the case of spondylosis and spondylitis. I was in church one day. That was the last Zoom meeting we held. And this is about the biggest woman in my church. And she looked in that day because she had the opportunity of zooming in into any of the Zoom meetings. There are about 14 centers in Lagos alone. And she happened to zoom into her own meeting. And I was talking about my sinusitis and how I had given up. My saliva was reddish brown. My mouth was drying up, producing novel saliva. And mouth is dry. That means bacteria will just be playing inside your mouth. That's what they thought. And I was scared I was going to lose all my teeth. I have battled sinusitis for 40 years, and doctors have said those sinusitis has no cure. And this wonderful woman, Mama Anka, was the one that put it on Facebook. Who wants to? These are not just. I had known her for about 20 years. She said, Auntie Ordina in Doma means what is it? And when she told me something to do with network marketing, I did like that. But well, when God is going to answer your prayer, you used to say, I don't want it, or I want it. And I found it amazing. Within just 5 days, my brown saliva became normal. And I suffered a lot. So this woman had me talking about sinusitis. And after the program, she called and said she had been talking about arthritis. I said, no, my sinusitis. And that, but the products can also take care of arthritis. She said, I should pray with her. Why should I say such a thing? How can the same products take care of arthritis and sinusitis? But I said, don't worry. You don't have to doubt me. You know where I work. I cannot tell lies. I have a reputation. On my reputation, she decided to go ahead with it. Indeed, I gave her some of the products, and then in no time at all, this woman had cut down drastically on her medications. And a month or two later, when I saw her, she said, look at me. I asked her how she was feeling. She said, look at me. Just look at me. The woman is so happy. She calls me her doctor. So many testimonies. I hope I've not exhausted my 10 minutes. Okay, I can't but mention the case of herniated. This man had a herniated disc. And he could not sit up. And when the brother-in-law that had avoided me for almost 2 years got to know about a colleague of ours, his best friend, who could not pour water on his head without sneezing for 30 minutes. So when he discovered his friend, and his friend said, this is what this product is for me. So now he brought in his brother-in-law, who could not sit for months. So when I looked at him, I was going to recommend products for about ₦1 million. But I just thought of it. If I recommended this and it did not work the way I wanted it to work, how was I going to do? I recommended a product for just a month. The man sat the following day. Sat up the following day, attended an interview and got a job. Of course, if he had any pains, he would not have got the job. And then he said he was going to see his doctors about 12 days later. And I was going to tell the doctor that he did not need the ₦8.8 million operation anymore. So the day after, I asked him, what happened? He said his doctors examined him and said he had made tremendous progress and recommended physiotherapy, no operation anymore. 3 weeks later, this man was driving all over Lagos. The brother that referred him to me said, when he saw him with the key, what are you going to do? What are you doing with the key? He said, I'm going to drive. You dare not. Said, my big brother, I've been driving all over Lagos for quite some time now. That is the case of the man with herniated disc. What about the thief of eyesight, which is glaucoma? I have had about 4 cases of glaucoma completely taken care of. My cousin and his husband were going blind over glaucoma. If you look at everybody from the head upwards, everything was black. All she needed needed, she and her husband needed each was just 8 packs of double stem cell. And they are completely okay. I can go on and on. Mamanka.
Is not the host.
I think I've exhausted my 10 minutes.
Mama Anka is not the host because I thought she became accurate timekeeper for you. You are one person who started your testimony, and I started checking the time. But I know your mommy will always tell you you still have time. Well, I'm the timekeeper for tonight. And please, can we fill this room with emoji for Professor Babatunde Adeloye? If we do not check him, we will not listen to another person again. You can see what the mother and son are doing. We call ourselves mother and son. She spoke to Professor Babatunde Adeloye about Phytoscience products. I spoke to Mama Anka about Phytoscience products, and you can see it is a pay it forward kind of thing. You can't keep it to yourself. You can't use Phytoscience Stemcell products and keep it to yourself. It will be like an offense to the universe that you will hear or use Phytoscience Stemcell products and keep it to yourself. I want to say very thank you to you, Professor Babatunde Adeloye, for your wonderful, wonderful, for your see who is commending you, for your wonderful, wonderful testimony. And I know there is more from where that has just come from. Ladies and gentlemen, from Professor Adeloye, we'll be listening to a very vibrant young lady. A lady who is so eloquent. She will come here to talk about some testimonies. I told her she cannot say but just two. I hope she will keep to that side also. Without further ado, let us make welcome Janet Apolabi. Janet, you have the podium.
Thank you very much, Lexia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I acknowledge everybody who has presented before me. For time constraint, I'll just go ahead with my testimony. So I joined Phytoscience in 2020, and I came upon this particular client who, in 1975, was diagnosed of glaucoma. Okay, so at the time, there was no other treatment for glaucoma except the use of eye drops. And so the doctors at that time gave me prescription.
Sorry, I may want to cut into that. Permit me, my manners. Will you please take the date back? I am so concerned about that date. Thank you.
Okay, so he was diagnosed of glaucoma in 1975. And so, at the time, there was no treatment for glaucoma except eye drops. And the doctors prescribed that eye drop for him. And so he's been on eye drops since 1975 up until when I met him. And so at the time when I met him, 10 years before then, he had been diagnosed of cataract. He had done cataract surgery. And he was also gone for treatment for this same glaucoma, was still on the eye drop. And so when I met him and he gave me a list of his health issues, glaucoma, cataract, the eyesight was still blurry at the time, and so he was preparing to go to the hospital for another surgery. And so I told him, okay, so can I get a bit of your history? He had glaucoma, he had cataract, he always had deficiency in energy, he's always getting tired easily, and then he had wobbly feet. If he would walk and you just push him a little, he could fall. You could see it that his feet was not firm, his legs were not firm. All right, so I told him the products will help him, and then we got into the therapy. It was the gold package at the time. And then on this fateful day, this was just about a month and a half into the therapy. Usually in his home, the maid would clean the room and put off the light, and then he would get in and maybe lie down. So on this particular day, the maid cleaned the room and put off the light and was about to walk away, and then the man said, "Please put off the light." And the girl looked back and said, "Sir, the light is off." And I said, "Put off the light." And the girl said, "The light is off." And so he looked at the light and discovered that the lights were off. And so he said, "So this light is coming from my eyes. I could actually see clearly." 2 months into the therapy, no more glaucoma, no more cataract. Okay, so at the time I met this man, he was 72. At 72, he in fact, 10 drops of actual floss in water and he would drink. He was not just taking the actual, he was not just ingesting the actual floss. He would use it on his feet, he would use it on his skin. And then the man's skin was very fresh. It was clear. Everywhere he went, his friends were telling him, oh, you're looking younger. You know, you could see the strength in his heel. He could walk very firmly. He had energy, was not getting tired anymore the way he used to. And then at that time, he now told me about the problem with his wife's teeth. Okay, there was this particular tooth that has been given the wife serious problems. She had refilled the tooth several times. It had failed. She had done root canal therapy. It had failed. She had gone to the UK. It had done tooth transplant for her. But there was this wound that just refused to heal. And then he asked me again, will this help? I said yes. And then we went on again and I delivered the product. Again, gold package for the wife. And then just about 1 month into the therapy with the wife, the wounds healed completely. And it was just Phytoscience products, no tablet, no nothing. Personally, I had an early onset of glaucoma myself. And then I said, okay, let me just try it myself. And then I used it. Today, I am very comfortable with my eyes. You know how glaucoma will do you? I feel as if there's something wanting to, you're not seeing clearly. But today, I don't like glasses. I don't like to wear my glasses. I use my eyes everywhere I go. I walk, I read, I can use my eyes stuff. And anytime, anywhere I go, people will ask me, did you change your cream? Did you change your soap? You're looking very young. How old are you? Are you sure you're older? That's what you say you are. And I say, yes. I didn't change my cream. I didn't change anything. So this is just a bit of testimonies. I hope I have not gone beyond 5 minutes. That was allotted to me. This is why we call ourselves trend makers. Stem cells work. Stem cell is the best gift that God has given to humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. I have to pardon my manners to take back the date of what the man was giving that diagnosis, 1975. Please take a calculator, trace 1975 to what we have now. I'm sure you will ask yourself, did that man ever have hope? Hope, I mean hope, from 1975. He had formed a lifestyle. His new him is going with eye drops. He never knew something could change. So if you meet someone who has given up hope on life, giving up hope on the situation at hand, tell them, hey, the tunnel now have light. And it does not have to be at the end of that tunnel. Yes, the tunnel now have light. There's a guiding light at that tunnel. And please, ladies and gentlemen, when you heard these testimonies tonight, everything you hear, don't keep it to yourself. I want to plead with you. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it and share it and share it, because it will spread like wildfire and it will get to that person who is in need of it. You know one thing, you don't necessarily have to have any health challenge to use Phytoscience stem cell product. For the fact that you want to renew, look younger, have a beautiful skin tone, prevent on so many terrible things, you want to use the Phytoscience stem cell therapy. Now, once a very thank you to you again, Madam Janet. We'll be going to the UK, so please take fasten your seat belts. We are taking a very high altitude now. We are flying to the UK and we are going to be speaking with Madam UK Bawo. Madam UK Bawo, please, you can unmute yourself and let us have your testimony. Thank you so very much, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is UK. This is my journey with Phytoscience. Someone came to introduce Phytoscience to my sister while I was visiting Nigeria in June. I became interested in the product for 2 reasons. I wanted to reverse my diabetes and also to make some money. My first thought was I needed an evidence so that I can convince people that the product works. I came back to the UK with the product. I was using it sporadically. I could use it on a Monday. I won't use it on a Tuesday. I could use it on a Thursday. I might use it on a Friday. And also, I was introducing the product to people, and people were buying the product. Yes, I needed an evidence. Come October this year, I had a stroke. I had a stroke on a Sunday. I didn't realize it was a stroke. Not until Monday, when I got to the hospital, I was diagnosed that I had a stroke. But because I had been taking Phytoscience, it had built an immunity in my system. So when the stroke came, it did not much damage. So when I came out from hospital, I now became very serious with my Phytoscience. Every morning, I would take my Isoflox, I would take my Snowfield Forte, and I would take my double Stemcell. Then I will have my breakfast, and I'll have my IIQ. Come dinner, I'll have my IIQ, and also have my Phytoscience. I needed an evidence, and Phytoscience gave me an evidence. If I had not been taking the Phytoscience, the stroke would have been worse. And because I was taking the Phytoscience, I was only on admission for 5 days. On the 5th day, the doctors were very happy and discharged me. And mind you, because of Phytoscience, till today, they still can't find out what triggered the stroke. There was no blood clot, there was no leakage, there was no high blood pressure. They still can't understand what caused the stroke. And when I come out from the hospital, I've been taking Phytoscience religiously, and my recovery has been great. In fact, I was assigned speech therapist, a physiotherapist, an occupational therapist. Within 2 weeks, the physiotherapist discharged me that they were very happy with my speech. Within 3 weeks, the speech therapist discharged me, the physiotherapist discharged me. That is how fast my recovery was. Now, my sister, who was initially introduced to the product, now came and saw me and saw my speedy recovery. She has now returned to Nigeria and has bought the package. Also, when I came to the UK, I've sold a few packages to people, and they also make new orders to signify that the product works. It's unbelievable. I checked my back office this morning. I found some dollars in my account. Whoa, I couldn't believe it. Yes, Phytoscience has worked for me. Thank you, Phytoscience. Thank you, Alex. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Don't mind this, Alex. I was just carried away by by your testimony. I heard every single word you said. Now, anyone who had heard you speak, ma, will never, I use the word, will never associate you with a stroke patient. Because I spoke
7 weeks ago.
yes,
7 weeks ago after the stroke.
I spoke with you, and you told me intensely how it was, how you drove yourself, even
Yes.
with the stroke.
Yes.
And I asked, are you sure it was stroke? And you said the only saving grace you had was that you were on Phytoscience stem cell therapy. If
Yes,
not,
before.
only God knows what would have happened.
Yes.
Now, when we talk about preventives, a lot of us think they are marketing this for only people who are down with diabetes. Forward to Madam UK's testimony, because I knew oftentimes we will hear the therapy is for people who are sick. The therapy is for people who are having some health challenge. But today,
testimonies that are not just for her, but for every other person. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, help me to welcome, clicking on the emojis, Madam Altimi, all the way from the UK. Thank you so very much, ma'am. Please, you can unmute yourself, ma'am.
Oh, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Professor Deloye, Anka, Elijah Sekinat, and Madam Janet Afolabi, and Madam UK. God bless you. I want to appreciate our leaders for giving me the opportunity tonight to give my testimony. I'm not taking it for granted. I appreciate you. God bless you. My name is Omofola Shadi Ali. Member of Phytoscience. I joined Phytoscience in 2020 for a different thing. If you talk about testimony, I think I should change my name to testimony. This is now personal testimony. I have loads and loads of testimonies, but I am only going to share a few tonight and to talk about COVID-19. COVID-19, after I joined, I was getting better with other health issues, which I will share later, maybe anytime. My son came back home one day. He was shivering. He was not feeling too good, and but because he was still chatting with me, I didn't know it was serious. But about 2 days after, he was knocked down, and we requested for the test kit for COVID. It was sent to us, and we took the COVID. Later find out that he had COVID. So my other family member were worried about me actually because of my health challenges. So my son said, Mommy, don't go near him. Just put whatever you want to put by his door. He will pick it, open the door. But this boy was not eating. So I was, as a mother, you'll be worried. Can I be in the next room and my son is in the other room? And I can't even go near him. I said, oh, I'll just go. So I was looking after him, but this boy would not take the product. He said he will be fine, his body will fight it. I said, no way, I'm not accepting that. And he couldn't eat. He was just lying down there. He was just, before me, he was just like going. I said, no, I'm not going to allow this. I tried every other thing. It wasn't working. So I said to myself, oh, let me just try our products. So I started mixing these two in his tea, soft chocolate. I will give him double Stemcell in the morning, mixed with his soft chocolate, then crystal cell in the evening, and he was taking it. 3 days after that, it was good. It was like as if nothing happened to him. And I still continue to give him. And after that, I was giving him Actual Plus. I was putting this in his water, and he was drinking it. And he said, Mom, I don't know. I'm just feeling good. It's as if I've not taken anything. I said, just stay there. You don't know. I said, okay. Oh, that's really good. Not until he heard me talking about it to people that was when he knew that I gave him the product. So after his own, I just realized one day that I wasn't feeling fine. I was having aches all over my body, and I was coughing, sneezing. So I called my GP. They sent the kit, and the kit came back. When the result came back, I had COVID. I was panicking. I was afraid, but let me not say I was panicking. I was afraid, but not that much, because I've not stopped there. Since I joined Phytoscience, there has never been a day that I will not take my product. I always take it. At least, even if I'm not taking two, I will take one. So, but I was worried. How would I have COVID? So, the doctor said, you need to go to the hospital. They will send the ambulance to come and pick you. I said, no, I'm not going. Because of my health challenges, my doctors are always worried. Anytime, they always like to monitor me anytime anything happens like that. So I said, no, I'm not going. I'll be fine. I said, just give me 3 to 4 days and I'll be fine. I said 3 to 4 days because even the one that was more than, I would say more than COVID, it took me just 5 days to come out of it. So I started taking, I would take snowfield forts, the snowfield forts in the morning in an empty stomach, and I would take double Stemcell with it. And I was doing that. Then in the evening, I would take snowfield forts and the crystal cell. So I was taking it, I did it for 3 days, and I was like, oh, I feel much better. I was okay, I was myself. So the first day I called my GP, and he said, okay, let me give you another 4 days more. I will give you a call. Don't worry, don't bother to call, I will call you. So when he called, he was like, oh, your voice is, I could hear your voice very clearly now. What happened? How did you manage? What did you take? What did you use? You didn't want to go to the hospital? I said I took supplements. I've showed it to him before. So I said I took my supplements. He said, really? I said, yes. He said, oh, okay, keep taking it then. He said, since you are better, there is no need to go to the hospital. And that was it. After that, our cat was, my son has a cat. The cat was not feeling well. Because Phytoscience products does not only work for human, it works on animals as well. The cat was vomiting, he was everywhere you see vomit, he was not running around the way he used to. And I was like, what's wrong with him? I don't even have money to take him to the vet now, so I was monitoring him, I was looking at him. My son said, oh, he'll be okay. I said, okay, don't worry, he'll be okay. So I started putting double Stemcell and crystal cell in his wet food. I will just take half of this and half of this, mix in his food. Then half, the remaining half, I'll mix it in his drink. And before you know it, 3 days after, this cat was running, we were playing together. I was playing with him, we were running up and about. The cat was okay. My 94-year-old mother, she was, this old age sickness. She was ill, and I had to, they didn't know what was wrong with her. But when I looked at her, I just saw that this is old age sickness. So I told my brother had some product with him. I said, give her this, give her this, give her this. And this is all I told her then to give her. She was taking it. After 1 week, this woman was back and was requesting for her agbo. She said, this is agbo. So she was requesting for it. I'm not taking my agbo. Why am I not taking my agbo? My brother said, your agbo costs a lot of money. So since you are okay now, you don't need the agbo again. With me, I have osteoarthritis on both knees and both shoulders. To the extent they are like paper. You know, you can easily drop a paper like that. I will just be going, my leg will just give way, and I will fall up. No matter what, how dressed, no matter what I'm wearing, I find it difficult to wear it high heel. This osteoarthritis was so severe. I was told I was already booked for knee replacement when I met Phytoscience. And today, to the glory of God, this is all I have been using. To the glory of God, no more shoulder pain. I can roll my hand. You know, I'm very dramatic. I can roll my hand. I can do anything with my leg. I chase the cat. We do exercise. When I want to do exercise, we run about in the house. I have so many. That's a testimony for another day. I have so many gadgets that I use. I'm supposed to be using, which I don't use anymore. So I have loads and loads of testimony. My life, as I said, is a testimony, and I've added testimony to my name, because if not for Phytoscience products, honestly, probably by now I would have been dead and gone. But all glory to God, I met this product. I don't joke with it. I don't joke with it. I don't allow this product to finish. Even if I will not do anything, I will order my products. So I hope I've not gone past 10 minutes, Mama Alex. Should I carry on?
I want to say thank you to you. I was just waiting for you. I was waiting for you to realize that 10 minutes is a gone thing. But I was just flowing with you. I was expecting you were going to share one very particular testimony that I know. But you did not share it. It's okay.
Yes,
Because of time.
For another day.
Okay, you can see she's telling us from where this is coming from. There is more of it. That's why she was saying she would not mind her name being called testimony. Madam Fautimi came during the COVID period, and since then she gives back-to-back testimonies. I call her the what will I say now? The conversation between Mama Fautimi and this Alex was a case of Sarah in the Bible. Because you say she's laughing already, because I'm sure she will remember the incident. Mama Fautimi came with a truckload of health issues. I mean, I am not mixing word when I say truckload. He came with a truckload of health issue, and when they introduced her, and I said, "Oh, don't worry, you are in the right place," she was angry with me. She didn't hide the anger. She was angry with me, and she said, "Did you get what they just said?" I said, "Yes. You're going to come back and give your testimony." And she laughed. She was like, "This girl does not know what she's talking about. This girl does not know what she's talking about." And immediately I said, "Hello, ma." Sarah laughed. "But does Sarah have a son?" "Yes." But Sarah laughed. Now, Mama Fautimi is telling us that her name can be replaced with testimony, just like I predicted the very first day I get to speak with her. Thank you so very much. Please, I want this room filled with emoji with for Mama Fautimi. Then we have our last sharer for tonight. But what the last sharer will be saying a bit, Professor Babatunde Adeloye, who Okay, please, Professor Adeloye, kindly go ahead. Thank you. Prof, are you good to go? Professor Adeloye, is he in? Okay, please. You said what, sir?
Can't get my other device co-host.
Okay, is it still Adeloye?
Yes, Adelia.
Okay, sir. You're good to go, sir.
Okay. This is my screen.
Not yet, sir.
How about now?
Yes, sir.
This is my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, wonderful members of this congregation this afternoon, this evening, this morning. Here we are offering you the amazing opportunity of living a healthier and wealthier life the Phytoscience way. We have been hearing a lot of testimonies tonight. I'm going to tell you now why our products do such wonderful things in the lives of people. Here is a building and you can see we are not going anywhere in all free. We are a company that has a lot of money. We have made so many lives. We have a powerful house over there, a big house over there that we are not owing anybody. So Phytoscience is here to stay. We have products that can take care of all health issues and any kind of product. And these are the people behind our product. The founder that the pen and the co-founder Elan Star, and of course the man that is driving the business now, the CEO with the top. And of course, our products are from there, Benefit Switzerland. You know, when you're talking about products, health products, Switzerland is the number one country in the world when it comes to product. And you can see this man, Dr. Fezuli, COA. And it is such that when you put this apple on, it regenerates every tissue and every organ in your body. We're going to talk more about that as we go on. We are an award-winning company, multiple awards, from Paris, France, the Majestic 5 Continents Award for Quality and Excellence, award from Geneva, Switzerland, Quality Era Award, food category, so many awards in our fall. Now, we are in 41 countries, absolutely more than that, and we are growing every moment. So, if you are looking for a business that is all over the world, please come into Phytoscience because you want to touch lives all over the world. And if your business is all over the world, then you are going to make a lot of money and touch a lot more lives than you can ever imagine. And then we all know that basically we are rise over the years into pollution, sedentary lifestyle, genetically modified food, exposure to radiation, and plenty other reasons we cannot mention here because it's as if every day we face 1,000 ways to die, as that series says. But Phytoscience is here to help us with our health and make sure that we live a life of relief from all kinds of pain and disease. Now, we're going to talk about Stemcell. Why are we going back to Stemcell? This is man's whatever the cells of the sperm met with that of the ovary, and then they came up with what we call stem cells. And these stem cells will create in all of us the tissues and organs inside the body, because we are talking about pluripotent stem cells. There's the stem cells that also form the placenta, and the stem cells that can translate into the tissues, the cells of the tissues and organs of any kind of organ inside the body, inside the body. That is what we are offering you tonight. Stem cells that can take care of all health issues. You know, initially there was something called embryonic stem cells, but of course people are worried because how do you kill life just because you want to save life? And that created a lot of problems. Until this man came up in 2008 with the stem cells of Socialist Patriba, the special system that is found only in Switzerland, and it's such that you don't even need any sort of operation to take advantage of these stem cells, because just putting them under your tongue will make you regenerate every tissue and every organ in your body. That is, you don't need to take any immunity suppressing medications just because you underwent stem cell therapy. The orthodox stem cell therapy that only take care of a particular issue, because the stem cells that are derived from adult stem cells can only take care of a particular problem. Perhaps the stem cells of the heart, they can only regenerate the heart. Maybe they are those of the liver, they can only regenerate the liver. But you are talking about stem cells that can differentiate into the cells of the liver, the heart, the kidneys, the pancreas. That is why you are taking our product, because you have diabetes, and just notice that your blood pressure has also become normal. You are going to see a lot of that as we go on. Now, the body is made of trillions of cells. And that means that the cells are the building blocks of the body. Cells will form tissues, tissues will form organs, organs will form systems, which will now form the entire human body, consisting of all the vital organs and vital tissues inside the body. After that, is living is composed of stem cells. They are the things that are the building blocks of life. You cannot do without. Now, what are stem cells capable of taking care of? They form of all the organs I mentioned before: the sperm, the kidney, the liver, the bone, the lungs, the brain, the blood, the pancreas, even the egg inside the mother's, and then of course sperm inside the man's male organ. Now, what are the parts about stem cells? For everybody, because they created your body, they are the building blocks of the body. They are all what are going to need us to take care of whatever problem arises inside the body. So, needless to say, everybody has stem cells. Everybody uses stem cells every day. And of course, stem cells die. And then they diminish it, because this time they divide, they lose the ability to divide. And by the time they divide 4 times, what is at the end of the stem cell becomes so diminished that it can no longer divide, which is why all sorts of problems are coming out, because they are getting old. They are getting old because stem cells are also getting old. You have your aging is very steady on you, and then you begin to see all sorts of problems coming up. Problems you never had when you were a younger man, you now begin to surface because stem cells are diminishing with age. And that is what we are offering you tonight, a way of replenishing your stem cells and rejuvenating you and send you back many years. Now, let us see what you can use stem cells for. Mental use of stem cells. Through traumatic brain injury, learning defects, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, missing teeth, wound healing, bone marrow transplantation. You don't need to go anywhere to undergo bone marrow transplantation. You can stay inside your house and have all the things inside your body regulated. No need for any expensive therapy anymore. Spinal cord injury, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, multiple sites, cancers, diabetes, muscular dystrophy, myocardial infarction, neurotrophic, cerebral sclerosis, deafness, blindness, and baldness. All this is taken care of by stem cells. We're introducing Switzerland. It's called Switzerland. It's not just Quebec. clockwise on the tree, it's going to regenerate itself and still develop again. And this is why the biochemist Dr. Preston felt that there must be something special about this apple. I discovered that 0.01% concentration of this apple, when placed under the tongue, will help you to regenerate over 80% of the stem cells inside your body. And we call it Phytoscience technology, and it is from the biochemistry. If anybody is telling you about stem cells today and claim that they have stem cell products, ask them what the active ingredient behind their product is. And what will this do for you? Protect your healthy cells, repair damaged cells, and regenerate all the dormant cells inside your body. Of course, there's the right partnership between Phytoscience and the biochemistry of Switzerland. And there was a memorandum of understanding signed in 2012, and it is such that the biochemistry will be producing products, and then Phytoscience will be marketing. So let us take a look at Phytoscience and the double cell technique. And before the other product release, this product took care of all health issues. And I can tell you, this product, alongside Phytoscience, will regenerate every tissue and every organ in the body. There's this one that contacted me on Facebook and told me that his mother had issues and was going to get some products for her, but he decided over it and did not take any action for some time. The next thing he told me was that his mother was going to undergo dialysis, and doctor said you are going to carry out dialysis just once on her. And then I wondered why he was going to subject his mother to such an experience, and they said just to restart the kidney. And then the following day, he told me that the mother was in ICU for a day. Because for this reason, this man got products for his father for 3 months, and his father went for tests at the end of the 3 months, and every tissue and every organ in his body was perfect. All the vital organs were 100%. And then I just finished giving a talk on Phytoscience one evening, and he called me, look, Daddy has gone for the test, and all the organs, all the vital organs are tipped up. Now, how do you take crystal cell and double stem cell? You pour a sachet under your tongue, then under the so that it can go into your body through the sublingual gland. You raise your tongue and pour a sachet of it usually into that spot under the sublingual gland, and then you replace your tongue on top again and allow it to infuse your body for about 10 to 15 minutes, after which you take 50 cl of water. And then for the rest of the day, you are going to take a minimum of 2 liters of water, because this product works in environment that is well watered. Now, the next product is Soapy for what, and then when you pick any of our products, you are just amazed what it does. And indeed, you are going to fall in love with one of these products, either Soapy for crystal cell, double stem cell, or Soapy for. One will tell you that crystal cell is so much what they need for their skin. Others will tell you double stem cell is the best for their skin. Some will say Snoopy Pot is their drink. I have a friend that always buys Snoopy Pot. They are taking crystal cell and double stem cell, but his own product these days is Snoopy Pot. You can just buy 4 at once and take that. There's another woman that has chosen the next product we are going to take a look at. So you are going to love all our products. What will this product do for you? It will cleanse your gastrointestinal system. It will balance your acid alkaline count, so that no problem can stay inside your body. When I say it can cleanse your gastrointestinal system, it's because we rarely have the opportunity to wash our gastrointestinal system. And bearing in mind that the gut contains about 80% of the bacteria inside the body, but even the immune cells inside the body, 80% of them are along the gut, because that's where you're going to put your food, and then the bacteria are waiting there just to make sure that they get the best out of the food for you. And then you also want a situation where the gastrointestinal system is okay. If it's not okay, it's going to affect every part of your body, your head. You are going to have headaches because you have a dirty gut. So what will this do? In addition to what I've mentioned, it will rebuild hemoglobin and red blood cells, and that is why it's so excellent for sickle cell anemia. People who have sickle cell anemia will take this product alongside double stem cell or crystal cell for 6 months. And I've taken care of about 8 people already. Completely okay now. One of them has even stopped taking this product for about 18 months. And then, you know, what this product does alongside double stem cell crystal cell is that restores the bone marrow of producing sickle cells. Those sickle cells getting stopped because they are speaking, and sickle shape just makes the people to have crisis because it blocks a small artery, small blood vessels inside the body. What this does is that it changes the bone marrow's behavior so that it produces normal blood cells, which can then get to every capillary, every blood cell, every blood vessel inside the body. So there's nothing like crisis anymore from the very first month. In fact, my last case had to call so very many people before she took the product, and she told me later that she put on her healthy and she was so happy that she came across this product. Now, how do you take soap report? You are going to pour a sachet in 50 cl of water and mix thoroughly, and then see over a period of 30 minutes to 1 hour. You can take it to 12 hours, no problem. Use a detoxifier, so you have to sip it and then drink water time between. Since you're already taking water because of double stem cell and split cell, there's no need taking any special water because of soap report. And of course, you have to look at how much water you have been asked to take. If, for instance, the individual is undergoing dialysis, the doctors might say don't take too much of water. You just make sure that you follow what doctors say. Now, who are the people that we take slow before? Those who are diabetic, because it's going to fight sugar. People who have cancer, because it's going to balance pH. Kidney disease, because it detoxifies you. Hormonal imbalance, because it's a powerful product when it comes to balancing the hormone. We have liver problems, that means you are unable to process some things inside the body. This will help you to get rid of the waste that you are trying to get out of your system. Rheumatism, there was a woman who did not realize that she already had crystal cells. So she, a colleague of mine, doesn't know in faculty. And then when she laid her hands on the soapy pot, she just took a sachet. And then next right in front of me, she said to not kneel before. Because she has serious blood that is kneel. She's going to make sure that the prevention is okay. It's going to manage weight for you. It's going to prevent from having heart attack. It's going to manage high blood pressure. And then the woman that I'm taking care of now, in just 2 weeks, our blood pressure has become normal from 150/90 to 120/80. And people who feel a lot of heat inside the body, experience menstrual pain, and suffer from constipation, dislike eating vegetables, and then those who catch cold, influence of growth, and then those who smoke and we advise not to take all those things. But if you have been taking them, we advise you to stop. That this will also help you to get rid of whatever damage you have done inside the body. And those who have sickle cell anemia. Indeed, there's an individual, a friend, who took this and they used to have fever alongside double stem cells. He used to have fever every 2 weeks. And for about 3 months now, he has not had any fever because his immunity has been boosted. And this is the chief immunity booster you can ever hope to get. After Plus, that is made of 18 fruits, 7 vegetables, and 9 spices. And you know why all these things are necessary? Because your gut is as healthy as the amount of different food you have inside it. If you have 18 fruits, 7 vegetables, and 9 spices, that means your gut is having the best of times. And that is why it's the best option when it comes to building immunity against all diseases, especially diabetes. Indeed, it was made for those who are diabetes and those who are recovering from any serious ailment. And it's going to boost and strengthen your immune system. How do you take After Plus? If you are diabetic or you are recovering from any serious ailment, you are going to take 10 drops in 50 cl of water, and that is 3 times daily. Unlike some people that you take gradually, you are going to take this all at once. So that's a drop, and you drop 10 drops in 50 cl of water, and mix thoroughly, and drink in the morning, repeat in the afternoon and in the evening. This is just for normal body maintenance. All you need is 5 drops 3 times daily. Of course, you are going to shake well before you drop it inside the water. Of course, all our products are taken with room temperature water. You don't need to boil water. The next product is Miracle Intense Essence, which lives up to its name because it's going to reduce pores and wrinkles. It's going to give you better skin texture and skin tone. It's going to enhance your skin vitality. It's going to moisten and supple your skin, make your skin supple, and speed up the healing of wounds. There's a woman that had lupus, and when I sent this product to her, she said she prefers to put it on her face because it made her to look more beautiful. And this is a product you should have in your first aid box because if you have any problem with your skin, a cut, maybe a burn, all just you need to do just spray this product. It's not going to pain you and it's not going to scar. If you have a scar that's already on your body, this is going to help you to make it fade. This is an amazing product. It's going to protect you from ultraviolet rays. Now, of course, the next product is J2 moisturizer. As the name says, it's going to moisturize the skin. It is anti-free radical and anti-aging. You know, inside your body that have been roughed up, and electrons, what they do is to hunt down other atoms and try to see if they can snatch an electron and become stable. But with crystal cells, double cell cells, you have all this taken care of. Then electro fertilizer, you do this when it comes to your skin, so that the skin will be more beautiful. A cousin of mine had wrinkles on her nose and her neck, and then by the time she put this product, just for a few days, the woman that was taking care of her in her office told her that she was looking so beautiful and she was looking so fresh. Of course, it's going to brighten your skin without making it fade or making it to bleach. And as I said earlier, it's going to block ultraviolet rays that can make you age, that can also create free radicals inside your body. The next product is IQ Plus, which is made in such a way that you can just drink it the way you drink it normally. It's going to improve your brain health, cognitive function, memory, and even your mood. It's going to reduce the risk of macular degeneration, which is responsible for about, but indeed, macular degeneration is the main problem we have in the US that affects the eye. It's going to protect your brain cells from damage by toxic free radicals and prevent memory loss due to aging, mental decline, and it's going to reduce mental fatigue. It's going to improve your eye function and then your ability to adapt to the dark. It enhances cognitive ability in women and keeps the brain sharp. Of course, this product is going to help you in a big way, whether you are a child or a middle age or an adult, because it's going to slow down this, and in fact, it's going to remove the possibility of having Alzheimer or Parkinson's disease. Of course, you still need crystal cell and double stem cells to regenerate every cell inside the brain. You know, brain cells are the ones usually that do not regenerate on their own. But we are lucky that the biobacteriology has brought our way this particular product, and alongside crystal cell and double cells are so important, and it is now possible for it to regenerate every tissue and every organ inside your brain. That is why in my first major case was Parkinson's disease, and the man had all the symptoms, shaking all over. Indeed, his manhood was gone. The man introduced him to me, said, "This man, I doubt he can perform his duties at home as husband." And he himself called me a month later and said that he had regained his manhood. You can imagine the joy inside his house. In just 3 months, all tremors are going to say gone. Now, new force, what the new force is going to help you to reduce your weight. Let's see, support losing weight. You are losing weight, it's not going to make you flabby. You make sure that you are not flabby, you keep your shape, and then that is in better shape without having to look flabby. It provides satiety because people munch a lot because they don't feel satisfied with what they have eaten. But it is not so with new force. You are going to be satisfied with what you are going to come across in new force. With the age of digestion, increase of metabolism, and increase fat burn. Of course, your fat burning at the right rate, then it's going to make sure that you drop in weight. It reduces cholesterol and prevents osteoporosis. A lot of people are scared of osteoporosis because it can just make your bone to break anyhow. You see, in that case, the bone structure is changing because it's absorbing a lot of water from inside the bone. And then it's vegetarian friendly. These all our products are vegetarian friendly. Now, that's what is inside new form, brown rice. So a lot of things can't go into all this because sometimes tonight, all about new life is the combo that is the product you take alongside new form. And what you do for you, regular power movement, relief from constipation, support your digestive health, strengthen your immunity and keep you weight loss. It will also help you to burn fat and improve your cholesterol level. In other words, what I'm saying is that it's going to improve your HDL and reduce your LDL, because HDL is the good cholesterol. This is the HDL that takes bad cholesterol from your body and takes it to the liver where it is destroyed. So if you have good cholesterol, that is very good. It's also going to maintain blood glucose for you. It's a wonderful product. And of course, the output product, we are going to have certification to back all this up. The Phytoscience certification is there. The good manufacturing practice is there. They are 100% natural, suitable for vegetarian. There's nothing to do with animals inside our products. Of course, animals coming from animals are not necessarily the best for the body. If you look at, for instance, all things that are inside the body should be handled the natural way. And we are even having to cut down now the amount of meat we eat. So our products are vegetarian, friendly, and most people don't have any problem taking our products because they And then there's the NAFDAC certification, and then the FDA certification. You don't get these certifications just by taking, maybe whatever you are just saying. You have to show that you deserve the certification. Now, product quality liability. If you take our product and you get their product the right way, that is, you sign up and become a member and you take the product, and the product don't do what we say they do, then you have the right to $3 million. That means the company is so sure of itself, and this is supported by insurance. We don't have any problem taking our product. I'm going to take a look at the testimonials now. If you don't have a strong gun, you might want to look away now. This is a diabetic gangrene. You can see the leg is a gangrenous, and then take a look at the first day, 28th for 2020. A month later, the leg has improved tremendously. 2 months later, I can see 4 months. You can see the woman holding Sophie for Phytoscience and miracle intensity. Because they are going to say, from outside, while Phytoscience is working from inside to regenerate everything and every organ, and Sophie for managing sugar and inflammation for you. A happy woman is the I came across a diabetic cancer. We don't want a situation. So if you know anybody that has a diabetes level, but even if he does, that is good. And then such a person is fine. Bone marrow cancer. This woman lost all hope about life. But you can see what she faced just in some period of time with Phytoscience, no people, Amchaptos, and then plan from India. If you want to Zoom about 3 weeks ago, this man presented. I invited someone to that Zoom meeting. And when I showed him the man that was presenting, I told him that the same man that had vitiligo some years before, and the woman could not believe his eyes. This same man, of course, vitiligo is just like any other autoimmune disease. The body's immune system is attacking every cell, thinking they are enemy cells. And only Phytoscience products can take care of it, because it's only the generation that can take care of that autoimmune disease. The cells are attacking any cell. Now to push out the cells that are attacking any cell, and then because they are cells of the immune system, like the alpha and like the cells inside the body, these cells are attacking any cell. So they are meant to protect you. But when they overdo things, they attack any cell, thinking they are enemy cells. Only Phytoscience products can take care of that. And I have so many cases of those who have autoimmune disease taken care of by our products. Here's a case of a heart problem. You can see what this man was before the product, 5 days after starting the product, and then 1 month later. Of course, this will be Phytoscience, no reports, and then actual loss. Infertility, you heard me talk earlier tonight about the woman that gave birth to after taking Phytoscience products recommended by me. If we met on Facebook, up to today, I don't know who recommended me to her. But this is another case of infertility. This woman took our product, and then you can see the product there, 50% report, double stem cells, after plus, and then the story was beautiful then because she put to bed a beautiful set of trees. Now, how are you going to come on board and become a member of Phytoscience, and then not only take care of yourself, but touch people all over the world? Phytoscience touches people who have taken care of their health and make money, and also touch people all over the world. You might say, well, I'm not interested in taking care of myself, but I can tell you that is not what the world was created for. You have people you met in secondary school, primary school, people met at your place of work, in your place of service, where you work, where you serve God. You are going to touch lives, because there's no way you see people suffering and won't want to make sure that they get over their problems. Take a look at the package that is starting on one. It's $2,288, and for that you're going to get 4 bottles of Action Plus, 30 packs of 30 packs of double stem cells, 10 packs of smoke report, 1 bottle of miracle intelligence, 8 moisturizer, 3 bottles of miracle intelligence, and if you decide to go for Platinum 2, it is $2,480.75. You're going to get 6 packs of 50 cells, 2 bottles of Action Plus, 30 platinum instead, which is $1,4.5. You're going to get for your money 6 packs of crystal cell, 20 packs of double cell, and 4 packs of snow peas. If you decide to go for gold, you pay $978.25. Of course, these products are going to give you more value than what you are paying. And for that, you're going to get 4 packs of crystal cell, 20 packs of double cell, and 4 packs of snow cell. There's also a variant to that, and try to have 22 packs of crystal cell, or 20 packs of crystal cell, and 4 packs of snow cell. If you go for silver of $403.18, you're going to get 1 pack of crystal cell, 1 pack of smoky pot, and 4 packs of double stem cell. You can also have 5 packs of crystal cell and 1 pack of smoky pot. Well, silver CC is just $152.65, and for that you're going to get 3 packs of crystal cell. And then rose package is 3 packs of double stem cell for $102.9. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful. Deep us over to you.
Thank you so very much, Professor Babatunde Adeloye. Who can do better than a professor himself who comes in each time with truckload of testimony? Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful time tonight. It's been a wonderful time asking all your esteemed presence here. I really wish to say a very big thank you to you for holding forth for tonight's presentation, for being here, for listening. I know something has changed immensely about you today, and I'm sure you're going to escalate this to as many people as possible. We tried to cut our time very, very, very fast to accommodate a lot of things, but I can see that despite all our trying, we are still a little bit behind schedule. We are supposed to take questions, but because we have very little time left, we'll take just 2 questions before we call it a night. If you have a question, kindly indicate by raising your hand, and I will sure unmute you, and you can ask your question. Or I will also ask my co-host to please help me scan through the room. If there is any question dropped there in the chat room, I will enjoy one of the co-hosts to please help us read that out. Now you heard what Professor Adeloye explained. He tried to be as fast as he can. For everyone who has been invited to this presentation tonight, please kindly get back to the person who gave you this link. If you read this link on any of the social media, trace the person, get back to them. You are dealing directly with a credible person. If someone has sent you this link for tonight's presentation, please get back to the person. Don't say because one of the sharers is here, you want to go and meet them. Go back to the person who has given you the link to this presentation, and you will get the product directly from them. And you know one beautiful thing? There is a promo running round now because this is a season for marrying. Because of this, Phytoscience wants everybody to be a partaker. So what was recounted to you by Professor Adeloye is actually on promo. Yes, all what you heard tonight is on promo. You will see in some places it is indicated Best Buy, Best Package. All of them that we have those written for are on promo. So please get back to the person who has invited you, so you can be a benefactor of that promo. Now I don't know if any hand up. If there's any hand up, yes, sir.
We have a question in the chat room.
Okay, sir.
Asking if our product reverse menopause.
Okay. Would that be all questions there, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so very much. We have been talking about aging, and aging gracefully. There will be a reason why you are concerned about reversing menopause. Maybe menopause came for you earlier, and you still want your. I want to let you know, by the who was actually in early menopause and she was still trying to conceive, and Phytoscience stem cell therapy was able to answer to that call. So thank you, everyone. Since we don't have questions on the chat room and nobody is raising their hand, I want to welcome us to, we don't close this meeting without letting you know about another one. On Wednesday, 2 days from now, we will be sharing our journey with Phytoscience. If you have been invited here, you would have, maybe you overheard some people saying, I found money, I checked my back office, I saw money, and you came here for help. But because that drifted and you really want to know what it means to find money in your back office or how it can be a business package for you, please get back to the person who's invited you. The person will share the link for Wednesday, where a lot of Phytoscience ambassadors are going to be sharing their journey so far with Phytoscience with us. And I'm sure you're going to learn how to be part of that multiplication. So from me, I don't know if any of my co-hosts have anything to say, but from me, it has been one awesome night. It has been a wonderful night. It has been, what would I say, an innovative night, because this is the first time Phytoscience Nigeria is sharing testimony, and I want to say, for you to be there, you made it wonderfully awesome. Thank you so very much for having me. I want to wish us all a pleasant evening, a pleasant morning, a pleasant afternoon, wherever you are. And from me to you, this is signing out. I want to unmute everybody. I would want to unmute everybody. We have a way of greeting ourselves. You can unmute yourself. When I say Phytoscience, your response will be Phytoscience. We are the wonderful people. I want to say very big thank you to you. I love you from me to you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.